So I have a friend, right? And I noticed recently when things are happening, instead of me trying to see how we can sort it out, I just let it go. You know that point where you get to, in that instead of fighting for your friendship, you're just like, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I think it made me realize that I'd gotten to a point where I'd given up on that friendship entirely, right? And now I'm thinking about the fact that sometimes what will solve our problems in our relationships or friendships is just saying what needs to be said, letting the cat out of the bag. This is how I feel about this thing. This is what happened. This is how it happened. This is it. This is just making everything clear. Where we both come to an understanding makes everything better. So here is why I said so, right? So I remember a day, one of my other friends had this argument. We had a fight. Not a fight. You know those silent treatment fights. Both of you are not talking to each other, but you know that deep down something is wrong, like something is off, right? So myself and my friend had this, and this particular friend, we had this uncomfortable silence, right? And when we were talking about the whole thing and trying to settle, what we did understand was that there was something I had done wrong, and that was, instead of telling her about an information firsthand, she had to hear it from someone else. Now, that had happened and that was inevitable, and she already told me how she felt about it, right? So, recently, another thing happened, and instead of telling her first, I actually told someone else. Then she heard from someone else before I did tell her. But now I had my reasons, right? Because there was a little bit of constraints as to telling her before the other person and all of that. So when all of that happened and I did not tell her first and she got to know from another person, I had the responsibility of going to meet her, right? Of going to meet her and letting her, explaining how things were, that it's not like I did not want to tell you first, right? But this was what happened. I'm sorry I could not tell you first because this is this. And I was thinking I could just let you know by now that this was what happened, right? So outrightly explaining the situation to her made her understand, and at the end of the day, what she said was, "Thank you for letting me know." Right? Like that, we come to a mutual understanding of what I'm not taking what she says for granted, and I'm not taking our friendship for granted. Most times, I just see how a number of us, we do not want to even explain ourselves to the other person because in our mind we're like, they probably won't even understand anyway, so why should I bother? You and I have to get to a point where we actually start to explain ourselves to the people that we care about so that they will understand us fairly, right? So let's say misunderstanding came up. Instead of going into your shell, what I would do is, "Hi, I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, I did not expect that will happen, and this was not my intention. This was what I expected," all of that. And they come out to express their own feelings as well, and you express your own feelings. The whole conflict, right? It's actually hurting, and it's something that we do not like, because having to confront one another, it gives us this feeling inside. At least it gives me this feeling inside I do not want to express, right? But then doing that would make you understand me and will make me understand you, and before you know it, we go stronger. But avoiding all of those things would only make our relationship not grow. You know, our thoughts are like seeds, right? If you plant the seeds in your heart, what happens is you allow them to die, they are buried in your heart, and they will grow in your heart. However, if you take that seed of thought and hand it over to the other person, this is what I think, right? And you let the other person tend to it, both of you will come to a mutual ground of understanding, right? So next time, let's come to a mutual ground of understanding. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye-bye.